Good evening, you're now with me, Radzi Ahmad, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. The Premier of Sarawak presents a royal gift to the Pahang region on the second day of his official visit to Sarawak. Tengku Hassanal wishes the constitutional monarchy in Malaysia to be put on display at the Borneo Cultures Museum. And the Pahang region's official visit to Sarawak seen as a platform to promote local Sarawakian products. The Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg, presented a special gift to the Pahang region, Tengku Hassanal Ibrahim Alam Shah Al Sultan Abdullah Ri'aituddin Al Mustafa Billah Shah at Pullman Hotel earlier tonight. Abang Johari offered this gift to commemorate Tengku Hassanal's previous visit to Sarawak during the Kembara Kenali Borneo tour in September 2023, accompanying his father, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al Sultan Abdullah Ri'aituddin Al Mustafa Billah Shah. Now, today marked the second day of Tengku Hassanal's royal tour in Kuching, where he visited the offices of Petroleum Sarawak Berhad, or Petros, at ICOM Square. Present to welcome His Royal Highness were Petros Chairman Tan Sri Dato' Amar Hamid Bugo and other Petros staff. Now, during his visit, Tengku Hassanal was briefed on Sarawak's carbon capture, utilization and storage, or CCUS strategy by Petros Chief Executive Officer Dato' Janin Giri. Now, His Royal Highness also visited the Sarawak Energy Berhad SEB headquarters at Menara Sarawak Energy on Monday and later toured the Borneo Cultures Museum. Tengku Hassanal is currently on an official 5-day visit to Kuching until January 19, where the Crown Prince and his delegation are aiming to learn about renewable energy initiatives from Sarawak. The region of Pahang, Tengku Mahkota, Tengku Hassanal Ibrahim Alam Shah Ibni Al Sultan Abdullah Ri'aituddin Al Mustafa Billah Shah expressed his wish that the constitutional monarchy in Malaysia be put on display at the Borneo Cultures Museum, or BCM. According to the Deputy Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development Sarawak, Dato' Gerald Rentab Jabu, this aspiration will be pursued to dignify the constitutional monarchy system so that it is more widely known, especially among the younger generation.
Tengku inginkan kalau kita dapat untuk mempamerkan juga institusi raja-raja kita, kerana ini banyak telah mungkin tidak lagi terlalu di dalam buku sejarah saja. So we want to show that the kepentingan kita di sini, how do you call it, constitutional monarchy, sistem raja berparlimen. So kita mendengar dan kita akan berbincang, kalau dapat kita akan usahakan titah Tengku tadi. Dalam perkara itu juga beliau berhasrat untuk museum kita BCM, kalau dapat satu daripadanya untuk mengadakan pameran semasa jelajah diraja, kembara diraja yang lepas, di mana Duli Muhammad Tengku Agong dan Tengku Maisuri serta keluarga telah menjelajah dari Sabah ke Sarawak.
He told this to reporters after accompanying Tengku Hassanal on his official visit to the Borneo Cultures Museum BCM in Kuching on Tuesday. Meanwhile, he added that Tengku Hassanal showed interest in the rich history, culture and diverse society of Sarawak that has uplifted the spirit of unity.
Kita menjunjung kasih kepada Tengku Hassanal, Pemangku Raja Pahang, kerana telah melawat Borneo Cultures Museum. Semasa dalam 2 jam Tuanku berjalan di Cultures Museum, beliau begitu curious dengan dari segi sejarah, dari segi masyarakat kita yang majmuk di Sarawak ni. Dan satu daripadanya adalah bagaimana beliau melihat pertukaran barang, barter trading between the communities. Ini memberikan semangat yang beliau ada mengatakan bahawa ini adalah satu daripada perpaduan yang telah wujud dari lama lagi.
Tengku Hassanal's schedule continues tomorrow with a visit to the Semenggor Wildlife Centre, followed by a tea party at Fort Margarita and Dataran Ibu Pertiwi in the afternoon.
Meanwhile, the official visit of Pahang region Tengku Hassanal Ibrahim Alam Shah to Sarawak is seen as an opportune platform to promote local Sarawakian products. Senior lecturer at the Faculty of Economics and Business, University of Malaysia Sarawak Unimas, Dr. Zul Hazwan Husaini, noted that the region's visit is poised to attract widespread media attention, thus providing a fair share of promotion for the state to showcase and promote its local products and identity nationwide.
Lawatan beliau semestinya akan menjadi perhatian luas di seluruh negara. Dengan adanya publicity ini akan dapat memperkenalkan produk dan identiti Sarawak kepada seluruh rakyat Malaysia. Saya juga berharap lawatan ini tidak hanya terhenti di sini. Semoga pelantikan yang di Pertuan Agong yang baru nanti akan dapat meneruskan kesinambungan ini agar lawatan diraja seperti ini dapat mendekatkan lagi penyatuan rakyat Malaysia yang terpisah oleh Laut Cina Selatan.
He said this when contacted by TVS today. Meanwhile, he further added that this will also attract the interests of domestic tourists to visit Sarawak.
The Sarawak government is dedicated to advancing the health ecosystem and fostering state health research in tandem with the Malaysia Agreement 1963 or MA63. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian, emphasized that the time has come for Sarawak to be granted autonomy in the health sector, as outlined in MA63, to generate fresh opportunities within the field. Dr. Sim, who is also the State Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, pointed out that Sarawak has been at the forefront of clinical research for over 20 years in Malaysia and holds potential to lead the nation in healthcare. He expressed Sarawak's desire to establish an optimal and holistic healthcare system within 7 years to achieve the status of a developed state by 2030.
He pointed out that the state government intends to build the entire healthcare ecosystem of services, including research and manufacturing, around Samarahan, augmenting Sarawak Heart Centre, Sarawak Tropical Infectious Disease Centre, and Sarawak Biodiversity Centre. Commenting further, Sim said the development of such facilities plays a pivotal role in steering Sarawak in its journey toward biomedical research and development. He reiterated that taking such bold measures would make a significant impact not only in biomedical research but also the national health policy. Previously, Malaysia has been recognized by the International Pharmaceutical Industry, BMI, for the development of facilities and clinical research capabilities following increased demand for local trials.
The State Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development through the Welfare Department has rendered aid to the fire victims that were affected by a recent fire that broke out at 7th Mile Market, Kota Sentosa last Tuesday. Its Minister, Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah, said that the aid, amounting to 13,100 ringgit, consists of food and drinks, clothing, school uniforms for the children, pocket money, sleeping equipment, kitchen utensils, as well as a sum for them to rebuild their houses.
Ada anak kecil yang bersekolah, kita juga beri bantuan pakaian sekolah dan juga bantuan peralatan sekolah, kelengkapan tidur, peralatan dapur, bantuan bahan binaan, the shop loft and house where he lives at the top. Ikut kata bomba 80%, 80% terbakar. Jadi dengan itu bantuan yang kita berikan adalah 4,000 untuk bahan binaan dan bantuan pemulihan perniagaan because he is involved in you are involved in sale and dan beliau tidak ada insurance. You have no insurance. So bantuan yang diberikan adalah 6,000 untuk bantuan pemulihan perniagaan to help him to start again, ya. Jadi jumlah keseluruhan ialah 13,100 bantuan untuk beliau.
She spoke to reporters after presenting the disaster relief aid from JKM to Hugh Ze-hyun, the father of the victims, at the 7th Mile Market on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Fatima also conveyed her condolences to Ze-hyun, who lost his firstborn in the unfortunate incident. The fire, which occurred at about 3:30 p.m. last Tuesday, resulted in the tragic death of a 12-year-old boy with special needs who was trapped in the upper-level living room of one of the 6 affected shop lots. A total of 40 firefighters from the Batu Lintang, Tabanjaya and Kota Semarahan fire stations were deployed to the scene after receiving a distress call from members of the public. The fire engulfed 6 shops, with 4 suffering severe damage.
Members of the Sarawak Daya Oil Palm Planters Association, or DOPA, are willing to fork out their own money to expedite the Native Customary Rights NCR land survey exercise in Sarawak. Its president, Napoleon R. Ninkos, said the move would speed up the state government's efforts in issuing land titles to the owners.
Napoleon also proposed that government-registered private land surveyors be allowed to survey verified NCR land planted with oil palm and other cash crops, as the current exercise involving the Land and Survey Department is time-consuming and many applicants have yet to receive a response. He added that having valid titles is crucial for lands planted with oil palm or other commodity crops to meet bank financing requirements and for certification purposes such as Malaysian Palm Oil Board licenses, Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil Certification, and foreign worker approved in principle applications, as well as to qualify for government grants and assistance.
The Phase 2 upgrading works for Jalan Matang Baru that stretches 4.4 kilometers from Matang Jaya to Jalan Batukawa Matang is slated for completion by May of next year. Deputy Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development Sarawak, Dato' Aidil Lariwu, said the road will be turned into a 2-lane road on each side. Costing 54.5 million ringgit, the upgrade is expected to facilitate smoother traffic flow in the area during peak hours.
Jadi pihak kontraktor juga bersama-sama dengan pihak pelaksana projek iaitu JKA, mereka melaksanakan traffic management plan, terutamanya di waktu puncak, waktu pagi, waktu tengah hari dan waktu petang. Karena terutamanya waktu petang daripada bulatan Imat sampai ke sini dia jam sesak yang begitu sesak sekali kerana pembinaan jalan ini. Namun begitu pihak kontraktor telah mengambil langkah-langkah untuk memastikan traffic management, perabot-perabot sementara jalan, warning-warning signage telah dipasang dengan sempurnanya untuk mengelakkan kemalangan ataupun kesesakan yang teruk di kawasan ini.
He further said the project will be delivered slightly behind schedule due to several undisclosed issues. Currently, the project has reached 15.2% completion, slightly behind the slated target of 16.1%. He expressed confidence that the appointed contractors will be able to deliver high-quality workmanship and to complete the work within the set timeframe.
Juwai Iki, the global real estate and technology powerhouse, has launched its state-of-the-art global headquarters. Its group managing director, Daniel Ho, shared insights into the company's 12-year remarkable journey, vision and commitment to empowering Malaysia as a regional and global real estate hub.
Ever since we founded the company in about 12 years ago, this is what we have achieved. This is exactly the milestone that we have achieved. All the energy, all the heart and soul and sweat and blood that we have put in. And the idea is, it symbolizes our commitment and belief to the Malaysian story. I think Malaysia have a lot of good things to offer.
He further pointed out that Malaysia, with its excellent infrastructure and a pool of talented individuals, has much to offer.
And the idea is to realize a hub of innovation and technology, and also to be able to empower at least 1,000 employees for the Malaysians, because we believe Malaysian can truly be a global player, and to empower them to really build this innovation hub and to drive our business on a global level. For a start, it is a country with excellent infrastructure, and then the pool of talent is absolutely conducive. So we are here to signify our commitment and to also solidify our belief in making Malaysia our regional and global headquarters. And we do truly believe that Malaysia is poised, to be a good regional hub for many companies.
Meanwhile, commenting on the newly launched headquarters, Juwai IQI Group CEO Kashif Ansari said the company is making the new facility its Asia-Pacific Command Center and new global technology hub. He said the new facility will be more flexible, health-conscious and appealing, in addition to making it a great place to work, and provides for connectivity, convenience, amenities and proximity to clients, partners and industry events.
Coming up right after the break, Anwar condemns Tun Dr. Mahathir's Indian loyalty remarks. Plus, the Fixed-Term Parliament Act is not a priority at the moment, according to Anwar. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. The unity government strongly objects to the racially charged remarks by Tun Dr. Mahathir that the Malaysian Indian community are disloyal to the country. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim deemed the statement irresponsible and said that as former Prime Minister, he should not be making such insensitive remarks against the non-Malay communities or any other races in the country.
Tidak anggap kenyataan Tun Mahathir itu relevan. Itu kenyataan yang tidak bertanggungjawab sebagai seorang mantan Perdana Menteri sekian lama. Kemudian menghina mana-mana kaum, mana-mana sama ada majoriti atau minoriti. Dia memang terkenal. Melayu bagi dia malas, melainkan dia India dan China itu dianggap kurang loyal, melainkan beberapa kroni dia. Saya ingat kenyataan itu kita bantah keras, sangat tidak bertanggungjawab. Bagi saya, semua rakyat yang loyal kita harus hormati. Tak kira siapa mana kau. Dan kita harus mendakap dan keseluruhan kekuatan rakyat ini menuju kepada soal pokok.
Additionally, Anwar described the former Prime Minister's remark as a form of old-fashioned thinking that could harm the country. Dr. Mahathir, in an exclusive online interview with an Indian satellite TV channel, Tanti TV, recently claimed that Malaysian Indians were still not completely loyal to the country, as they were still inexorably tied to their country of origin.
No consensus has been reached so far among the unity government leaders regarding the suggestion to enact a Fixed-Term Parliament Act. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said, as for now, the enactment of the law is not a priority for the government.
We will study this. To me, it's not a priority. We've gone through the process, and it's not the problem. The problem is because of the perceived, what you call, attempt by the opposition. But I think there is no basis whatsoever. They are very weak now, and they don't even muster 1/3 of the support. Why do we need to question this? My priority is, as I've said, how do you transform this country in terms of governance, in terms of digital transformation, into a great nation again? And that is my priority.
Anwar said this in response to the Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's call for a fixed-term parliament so that the formation of a government lasts until the end of the term or before the next general election is held. Meanwhile, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Law and Institutional Reform, Datuk Seri Azalina Othman Said, welcomed Ahmad Zahid's proposal to draft the act.
In other news, the government will implement the Gelombang Padi initiative this year to enhance the efficiency and resilience of the country's paddy and rice industry. Agriculture and Food Security Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Sabu stated that through the initiative, the Agriculture and Food Security Ministry would implement 12 game-changer programs that would transform the industry, including empowering hill paddy cultivation in Sabah and Sarawak.
The initiative is also expected to increase the income of food producers throughout the food chain and achieve a 100% rice self-sufficiency rate SSR. Sabu remarked that the average rice production in Malaysia is still insufficient, with the SSR rate at 65% in 2023, thus necessitating the need to increase its efforts. Additionally, the initiatives encompass the introduction of a new policy on the Certified Paddy Seed Incentive or IBPS program, the rehabilitation and development of soft soil paddy land, as well as reinforcement of agricultural input supply. The ministry will also concentrate on reinforcing established sectors, including poultry and eggs, as well as onions and pineapples, while at the same time emphasizing the importance of circular economy in agricultural activities to reduce chemical waste.
The Ministry of National Unity has formulated several roadmaps to be implemented this year to ensure that the unity agenda remains relevant and progressive. Its Minister Dato' Aaron Agor Dagang said that the planning carried out at the end of last year has helped the ministry to formulate several strategies and initiatives in addressing various issues and challenges surrounding unity.
Kita telah diberikan petunjukan walaupun tidak cukupi, kita akan mula laksanakan mengikut apa yang kita dapatlah. Jadi daripada 8,000 lebih, 8,300 lebih KRT kita ada di seluruh negara ini, kita akan sedia upaya melibatkan yang paling banyaklah. Pertama itu mungkin dalam ratusan KRT, kita akan laksanakan program-program menjurus kepada mempergiatkan lagi ekonomi KRT.
Aaron was speaking at the Ministry of National Unity's 2024 mandate ceremony at the Putrajaya International Convention Centre. He added several agendas are also in the pipeline throughout the year, including empowering the thousands of kawasan Rukun Tetangga KRT nationwide, enhancing appreciation of the national principles, deepening interests in national heritage and culture, as well as propelling the national digital agenda.
The government of China is extending an additional 1,000 scholarships to Malaysian students who have completed technical and vocational education and training or TVS programs, enabling them to pursue further training in China. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi announced that chosen students will have the opportunity to undergo training in various fields in China for a duration ranging from 3 months to 1 year, as part of the Belt and Road Initiative. While launching a TVET program at University Technical Malaysia, Malacca earlier today, Ahmad Zahid said that the Chinese government will cover all expenses, including tuition, accommodation, and other costs for the selected courses. Available spots for the scholarship will be allocated among the current TVET institutions. Ahmad Zahid also said the chosen students would only have to bear their outgoing airfares, while Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA will pay for the return air tickets. In world news, the United States-backed Israel launched another attack on southern Gaza on Tuesday, resulting in the deaths of dozens amidst growing international pressure to cease its aggressive campaign. Simultaneously, concerns are rising that the conflict might escalate further as Iran and its allies heighten their offensive across the region in solidarity with Hamas, the governing entity in the Palestinian territory.
According to Hamas press office, during the night, a series of Israeli airstrikes resulted in the reported death of at least 78 individuals in the Gaza Strip, with the southern city of Khan Yunis experiencing a significant impact. Gaza's health ministry said on Tuesday that the war had claimed the lives of at least 24,285 people in the Palestinian territory. It has displaced approximately 85% of Gaza's 2.4 million inhabitants, compelling a significant portion to seek refuge in crowded shelters. Access to essential resources such as food, water, fuel, and medical care has become a formidable challenge for those affected. As of now, with the plummeting temperatures, families in makeshift tents in Rafah are now turning to burning plastics to combat the cold despite the accompanying noxious fumes.
Over in the U.S., Donald Trump romped to a landslide victory on Monday in Iowa's caucus, the first vote in the U.S. presidential race, cementing his status as the presumptive Republican standard-bearer to challenge President Joe Biden in November's election. The former president has led polling for more than a year, but the contest offered the clearest insight yet into his ability to convert that advantage into a stunning White House return.
And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together, whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative. It would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world and straighten out the problems and straighten out all of the death and destruction that we're witnessing. That's practically never been like this. It's just so important, and I want to make that a very big part of our message. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, too. It's going to happen soon.
Major U.S. networks took just half an hour to call the race, with Trump taking 51% of the vote and opening an unprecedented 30-point gap over Ron DeSantis, the biggest victory for an Iowa challenger in modern history. The Florida governor and Trump's other main rival, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, were locked at 21% and 19% respectively, with DeSantis projected to take the runner-up spot. There had been questions whether Trump would be hamstrung by his legal problems as he faced multiple civil and criminal trials this year. But the extent of his victory demonstrated Trump's success in turning his prosecutions into a rallying cry that has galvanized his followers as he takes his momentum into New Hampshire, the next state to nominate next Tuesday.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. And that wraps it up for TVS Nightline. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching.